1.
Fish.
2.
Fish.
Hey, what's up, people?
Mahalo,
Today,
guys.
We're gonna show y'all our rod and reel arsenal, our quiver of all of our samurai swords, our fishing poles.
Anything that has gills and that swims.
That's right.
We're on them.
That's right. So we're gonna show you guys what we use to make that happen. Before we do that, check out this. This is our dining room table. Kristi's gonna show you our house that we just moved into. And it's probably a mess, but cut us some slack because we are still moving in. And I just bought Kristi flowers.
Babe, that's lame. Don't.
Vine flowers.
No.
Because it don't matter if it's bass or trout at the beach or trout in the mountains. They catch everything. Is that cheesy?
All right, time to show you guys our crib, our fish cave downstairs, and all the stuff we use to get on the fish. Now entering the home of One Fish, Two Fish.
Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, so this right here, this is where Kristi and I, where we like to start our day, is we just look right out into the water, and it is super close to our house. This storm surge is actually, this is really sketchy because we can't get our house properly insured because we're so close to the water. So right now the water's literally like almost coming right up to this dune right there. Yep. So
check out our crib, y'all.
This is Kristi, where she does all of her work right there. That's where she does her big boy, big girl work. And she kicks me upstairs for me to do mine. Mm-hmm. So that's where Kristi lounges.
Right here. This is where I kick my boots off.
That's where Kristi almost lost her life to the TV right there.
Yeah, it was
almost fell on top of her.
It did fall on me, so.
She had to call me. So yeah, Kristi had to like call me back to the house, and she was literally holding up our TV. Yep, so.
Oh, show them this right here.
Oh.
All right, we just had my really awesome aunt make this for us for our 1 year anniversary since we've been married 1 year this last month. Families that fish together, stay together. Just wanted to show you guys that. Pinnacle of our house.
Mm-hmm. That's the kitchen, and that's the bathroom. And that right there goes to our upstairs. That's a surfboard. Okay, let's go to the fish cave. Okay, so we're gonna take y'all into our fish cave right here. And we can't call it a man cave, so we call it a fish cave.
All right, y'all, get up in here.
Kristi kind of ruined that one.
Here it is. This is our setup.
So check it out, y'all. I know we're gonna show y'all our fishing poles, but this right here, this is my 9-foot WRV. This board right here actually blew out the back of my buddy's truck very recently, so I just had to get it repaired. Other play toys, skateboards, bikes, tandem bike in the back.
Tandem bike. If you guys see us riding around Virginia Beach on that tandem bike, make sure you guys holler at us because we're always out and about on that thing.
That's right, but please don't run into us. Okay, y'all, so we should actually preface a few things. Kristi and I, we do salt and freshwater fishing, so we kind of like do it all. So when we show you guys our rod and reel arsenal, we're gonna show y'all, we're gonna start with saltwater, and then we're gonna move to freshwater for bass. So let's start with saltwater
yep.
first.
Mm-hmm.
Show them, these are massive shark rods right here. These right here, these are what real, I'm just kidding. These are
what bring in the beast of the east. No, these are actually our micro reels, and these are perfect for getting on mountain trout. So that's why we bought these, and in the next couple of months, we're gonna be going up to the mountains. So if y'all live near the mountains and wanna do some fishing with us, or if you guys just wanna get out with us, would love to throw out some lines with you guys.
All right, so these are actually, those are 1000 series micros. Those are Ardents, and we picked those up at a fishing convention. Let's get to saltwater for real. Okay, this is our Penn Squall, which Kristi almost just hit the...
So this is our Penn Squall. This is the bad boy that brings in the beast of the east. So this is what we're gonna be getting on some heavy duty action this summer with. And as you guys can see, there's tons of line on here. So when that drag goes peeling, you have enough line to reel in that fish and to fight that fish until its last leg. That's right.
So as Kristi said, Penn Squall, 60 LD, and we've got a Penn Rampage rod on here. Okay, so this is a the rod that we have. This is a Penn Rampage, and I don't know if you can read that, but it's a 6.6, And the line is 30 to 80 pound test mono and 50 to 100 pound test braid. This pole right here is really everything that you need for basic shark fishing and just kind of big fish fishing. Only thing is you cannot cast this, obviously, so that's what we like paddle baits out with, or if we're on the boat and we're catching really big sharks. So that's our first one. Then we're gonna move on to our spinning tackle, which we like to use tons of because we fish tons from like shore, we fish from boats and everything. This is kind of like a basic all-around pole.
This one is our Penn Battle 2 6000 series, and it's a fast action. This is kind of one of our favorite go-tos for our summer game fish.
So then we're gonna go a step up, and the next one that we have is a Penn Battle. This is an 8000. This is a Penn Battle 2. This is the 8000 series, and this one is if you want to, like, you know, again, you want to up your game, you want to get on a little bit bigger fish and everything. So this one, we have it on a smaller rod, just kind of the like 7-foot rod, but that one actually comes with the surf casting. So again, this is kind of like what got us started with surf casting, and this is a 9-foot Penn Battle 2 surf casting rod setup. It's 2-piece, but we did upgrade to, we have 2 different 2-pieces. This one's kind of the more heavy duty. Okay, so Kristi is holding the pole out so I can explain to y'all what it is. So this doesn't look like a, by the way, this looks like a legit samurai sword. Check that out. Okay, so, all right, so this is a Taika, and we're looking at a fast action 12-foot, and you can, it even says it, you can cast 4 to 10 ounce weights. That's perfect for the East Coast, because on the East Coast, when you get these like really windy days, and then the fall when you get these north winds that blow, and those are the days where you want to go fishing, you gotta have like a 10 ounce weight. So that right there is, if y'all are getting into surf fishing and you just want to start with something basic, then I would recommend going with the Penn Battle. Okay, so the 6000 you can actually still use to catch sharks and a lot of big fish. Upwards of, I mean, we've caught sharks upwards of like 5 to 6 feet on the 6000. But that's pushing it. So if you really want to get into some bigger game, then, you know, I would say if you're planning on shark fishing, balling on a budget, get the 8000 Penn Battle 2 surf casting setup, the 9-foot, because that's just going to help. But if you're going to do some just basic fishing off of docks and everything, or you know, maybe you want to also bring a pole out on a boat, then get this one, the 6000, that, you know, has a little bit of a shorter pole. It's like a 7-foot pole. So that right there is kind of our basic saltwater arsenal. However, we do have one more thing, because this is our Penn Spin Fisher. We would recommend upgrading to, this is the
Spin Fisher 8500 series, and this is gonna be your nice stainless steel bearing system that you're gonna probably wanna throw on your 7 to 9 foot surf casting rod. So this will probably hook you up to, let's say if you guys are doing some shark fishing, sharks that are about 5 to 7 feet. On spinning tackle, this is perfect, and especially because it has enough line capacity to really get your baits out there, to hook up, to let that fish run enough for you to reel it in. So that's why we kind of chose the Penn Spin Fisher. So what we just showed y'all was our saltwater big game tackle, and as you guys know, we are huge for inshore fishing and anglers, so we're gonna show you guys what we use for basic inshore setup and a little bit of our arsenal. So take it away, Jeff.
Okay, so as Kristi said, this is our saltwater inshore setup. Okay, so we'll start from small to big. But again, any of these poles you can use for fresh and saltwater. So this is the first pole. This is the Penn Battle 2, and it's the 2000 series. And we use this pole for bass fishing. This is what I use for finesse fishing, but I also use it for flounder and drum and all of your inshore fishing. This is perfect. This is a beautiful setup that we use for essentially like everything right here. Penn Battle 2, and that's the 2000 series. About $120 is the price tag on that one, and that will get you essentially through anything. And then the other one in our arsenal is, this is the Shimano. This is our second setup that we use for inshore, but we also use it for bass, as you can see. Have it rigged up for more finesse bass fishing. So this is a Shimano 3000 Nacy, and again, excellent setup. And the pole is the Bionic Blade. Okay, so this one's a 7 foot, and as you can see, the lure weight 1/4 ounce to 5/8 ounce, and line weight 6 to 17 pounds, medium heavy. This pole right here, this is a Bass Pro. This is the Bionic Blade. This pole right here and this reel is essentially everything that you would need for inshore saltwater fishing as well as for bass fishing. Great all around setup. It's beautiful, and we caught tons of bass here on this finesse rig yesterday. So that's our second one. So with that one, we've caught snook, trout, everything. Great pole. So this right here is Kristi's workhorse right here. This is the Penn Fierce 4000. I would highly recommend to anybody who is balling on a budget to get the Penn Fierce. Get it as a combo, get the reel. This thing is a workhorse. Kristi broke her pole that it came on. So we just went and bought this one real quick, and this is the Berkeley. It's the lightning rod. And again, guys, these are like really cheap, really inexpensive, but they do get the job done. So it's a 6.6 medium, and Kristi uses this for everything inshore. So Kristi uses this for flounder, drum, trout. Great pole. Okay, last but not least, this is my favorite samurai sword. This was actually my Christmas present that Kristi bought me. So I specifically wanted each component of this setup. This is a 4000, and this is something that we can catch bull drum, we can catch small tarpon, you can catch cobia, everything. This is a great all-around pole, especially for inshore, and Kristi uses it for bass too. All right, so this is a Penn Clash, and this is the 4000. We have about 15 to 20 pound braid on this usually, and that's what's gonna, again, snook, tarpon, bass, cobia, drum, striper, anything. This is an excellent reel that you can catch like anything with. And then this is on a Shimano, and it's a 7 foot, and we've got the lure weight from 1/4 ounce to 5/8 ounce, and it's a medium extra fast action. So I like this medium extra fast action because, you know, I can still like use this thing for flounder fishing, trout, and bass. Kristi has caught tons and tons of bass with this setup here. It's awesome. Okay.
That's it for all of our spinning tackle. Now we're gonna break it down for you guys for what we use for bass fishing, and we've got 4 main bait casters that we use. So check it out. We've got our 2 Abu Garcia rod and reel combo right here.
So we upgraded to the Revo SX here, and this is Abu Garcia both. Abu Garcia rod and reel, and this is a 7.3-to-1. We've got 10-pound fluorocarbon on this. And so the reel is the Veritas, and it's a 7 foot medium heavy, so we can use this for flipping and pitching. We can use it for like crankbaits and, you know, some of our a little bit more heavy duty bass fishing tackle. All right, the next pole that we have is the same exact one. It's going to be the same reel, and so again, we love to keep things very simple. So the same reel, it's the Revo SX 7.3-to-1 gear ratio, but this one is actually the medium action, 7 foot medium, so a little bit more finesse. This one is what, you know, I have like a wobble head tied onto this one right now, so it's a little bit more of our finesse bass fishing, but, you know, again, allows us to, with the medium action, get a little bit more of a backbone on that pole right there. And let me get a little bit of better focus. And this is Kristi's. This is the Lose Mach 2 Speed Stick combo. And yeah, Kristi and I actually do like this combo quite a lot. We've got 20-pound braid on here because sometimes like Kristi will be fishing like a frog or topwater. So we do like to keep at least one of our combos rigged up with braid. Even though right now we have this one kind of a little bit more, it's like a Texas rig, got a tungsten weight on here, and we were doing a little bit of some pitching and flipping. So just got the braid on there, a little something different, allows us, you know, to have a little bit more line strength. So this right here, this is our fourth specific bass fishing bait casting setup, and this is an Abu Garcia rod and reel combo.
Vengeance.
And it's the Vengeance, and we're gonna flip this guy around to show y'all what we're working with. All right, y'all, so this is a 6'9" medium heavy, and we've got 3/8 to 1 ounce lures. Although this right here is a little bit more of our like jerk bait rod. We do use it for some cranking, but it's a 6'9", so, you know, jerk baits, you kind of want to go with like a shorter rod and reel. So that's what we use that one for.
So that is our rod and reel arsenal for fresh and saltwater fishing. That's what gets us out there on the water and gets the job done and puts us on fish.